Hello everyone, this is Coach Lawrence Serugo Katumba from LSK Academy, and today I want to talk about defending in a 4-3-3 system, just to show you how to win the ball and cutting out offensive passes, through balls, and transitioning from defense to offense. So right here you can see I have a formation which is a 4-3-3, and the red team is my team defending, and the blue team is the opponent's team. As you can see, the ball is on the right side of my right back, and this is usually what I start out with. Is I ask my three front men to step up and make a line. You can see three lines: my front three, my midfield three, and then my back four in the back. So we shall go by numbers here, and the blue team starts with the ball, as you can see, and my number 11, who usually plays as a left back or a left wing. So if the ball swings all the way back to the center backs, I usually shift my two forwards and my number 10, and we convert into a 4-4-2, as you can see. So all my players push in, and they make the field very narrow. So it becomes a 4-4-2 whenever the ball is played back in the center back. And sometimes I have my number 9 or my number 10, depending on who's closer to the ball, drop back slightly deeper, not too deep, just slightly deeper, and looks like a 4-4-1-1. And then I have all my other players slide in one by one. And a good team, they pass the ball in the back, and sometimes they can pass it all the way on my number 6, who's defensive mid, and I usually shift my formation again to a 4-1-1 again, and I have my target man step up to their number 6, depending on how much pressure we want to put on the team and how good they are on the ball. So when they shift all the way, when they have a good number 6 plays that ball to the left back, what I do is I shift over my forward back in the middle and have my number 7, who is my right wing, step up all the way up to their left back, all the way up, and then I shift the other guys all the way down. Usually what I want to do is I want my center mids, or the 3 guys that are playing in the middle, to be in line with the 2 forwards, which is my number 10 and my number 8. My number 10 and my number 9. So I ask my number 6 and my number 8 to stand right behind my number 10s. And when that ball shifts all the way back to the center mid, I ask them to slide all the way back, and we go back to our normal formation, which is a 4-4-2. Even though I started out saying that this is a 4-3-3 formation offensively, but when we find a team that can pass the ball and play the ball quite well from the back, we try to cut away the space, and we just shift to a 4-4-2 when we're defending. But it's a 4-3-3 in offense and attacking wise. So a good team, when they have a comfortable goalie who can play with his feet, I let him have it sometimes. I let him have it for a while, and I don't put too much pressure on him, depending how good and how comfortable he is on the ball. Some goalies can ping that ball 75 yards to the center forward, but most of the times I let them have it because I trust my center backs to win it back. If they play that, they are going to ball to either wing. So when they shift all the way back and they want to play in the back, the closest guy on the ball steps up and takes away the option of playing forward. This is what I call cut him off. So whenever I tell my players, cut him off, that's what I mean. Is the closest guy on the ball runs right directly in front of him, and the other guy drops, and that's what we call cut him off. So I'm okay for them to keep playing that ball back and forth, goalie to center back to goalie. I'm okay. They're not going anywhere. They're not going forward. But once he makes that transition and he plays that ball to a left back or number 3, I always have my number 7, who is my right wing, step up all the way up and put high press, high counter attack, high press on him, so he can take out the option of playing the ball forward. What I want is for him to keep playing that backwards pass. But as you can see, when you do that and you don't move your number 9, it gives space for their number 6 to get the ball and play it out. And once that happens, if my number 9 didn't drop like before, I'll then slide in my number 10, slide a little back so he can step up, and vice versa. As you can see, if he makes that diagonal ball to the right wing, right back, or the number 2, I just slide all the way back. The point is to have them play that ball as long as they can from the back and not going forward.